Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Mercury placed in the 9th house in your birth chart. So, we're not going over the signs today like Aries or Pisces or any of the others, but just Mercury in the 9th house. So, I have videos where I go through like Mercury through all the signs, so if you want to check those out, those are also on my channel. Alright, so before I get into it, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, so you can check those out at gebotheshaman.com. And yeah, and see everything that I have up here. It's all on sale, and it's all listed down below here. Alright, so Mercury in the 9th house. So in order to understand this placement, we need to understand what Mercury means. And then we'll talk about what the 9th house means, and then put them together, and Bob's your uncle, we have our analysis. Alright, so that's pretty much how we do it. So what is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of intelligence, the intellect, the brain, the neurons, the chemicals in the brain, things like that. Mercury is Mercury is our intellect. Mercury is our communication, so our communicative ability. So as humans, this is what separates us from other animals. Our intellect, our smarts, our ability to communicate nuanced things to each other. You know, ideas, philosophies, things like that. And so Mercury is the messenger. He is in charge of communication. He is in charge of a bunch of things. So, commerce, communication, things like that, the intellect and stuff. And so yeah, that's pretty much Mercury. And then we have the 9th house. So what is the 9th house? The 9th house is the house of luck. The 9th house is the house of your gurus, your teachers, your spiritual teachers. This is the house of religious learning, spiritual learning, self-development, philosophy, religion, education, higher education, higher learning, and things like that. So hopefully my dog doesn't bark again, or else I'll have to pause this. And but anyway, so Mercury is all that, Mercury is intelligence, and so 9th house is all about religion, spirituality, higher learning, education, higher education, and philosophy and things like that. So, what happens when we have Mercury here in the 9th house? And FYI, I have this placement. I have Mercury in Gemini in the 9th house, and it's really awesome. So, Mercury here will make you very communicative about your values, about your spiritual values, your spiritual philosophies and things like that. So, it's we get Mercury here. We get it'll make you very very smart and very intellectual. So, so yeah, it'll make you very smart, very intellectual, very, all that about religion, about philosophy, about higher education, spirituality, things like that. So it'll give you an intellect for these things. It'll give you the capacity, the smarts to figure out some of the greatest philosophies and things like that. And so it helps you helps you develop an interest in that stuff, and it helps you to understand it. Because, like, okay, so another thing that Mercury does for, like, is it'll help you, like, let's say if you have a guru, a spiritual teacher or something like that, or even just a teacher, a professor or something like that. If you have this placement, it's really beneficial for you to go off on your own tangent with it. So take the things that you've learned from your teacher, and then go teach others. Really diving into that communication and stuff like that is the way that you will learn better. So teaching others is how you learn better yourself. And so that's something that I've found with my placement is like when I make it a point to teach others, astrology or spirituality, things like that. I always come away with it from it with a new understanding, a new, deeper understanding of the teaching. And so, it's really, really good. So, this just means that, like, 9th house Mercury means you'll be very gifted at communicating spiritual principles. You'll be gifted at educating others, teaching others, because like I was gonna say, by paraphrasing what your teacher said and like putting it into your own understanding, you're basically like reteaching yourself. You're absorbing that information on a deeper level. So for example, when I say like my guru, my teacher will say something, and then I'll be like, I'll like basically come on here and tell you guys what I heard and what I liked about his, about that. And I'll say it in a different way, a slightly different way, and that just helps me to grasp onto that concept and learn it a little bit deeper. So this is, what you can expect with Mercury in the 9th house. Now, of course, I have Gemini here, Mercury and Gemini in the 9th house. Of course, it's going to be different in your chart, because we can't all be awesome Libra ascendants like me. Just kidding. But yeah, you might have Aries here, which would make you more of an aggressive communicator. If you have Aries here in the 9th house with Mercury here, that'll make you a preacher. That'll make you one of those Pentecostal preachers that pounds the Bible and tells you what for, and you need to be doing this and whatever. It'll make you one of those people. If you have Pisces here, it'll make you more detached, more like a teacher, but also just very, spaced out, which I can be sometimes. But that's another story. And then, so yeah, I mean, different signs do different things. So, that's just part of learning astrology. So, in order to understand this placement better, look at your entire chart. Look at what planets, what sign is here, and also look at what planets are aspecting this. Do you have positive aspects? Do you have negative aspects? And just that's a good way to get more information about this placement. So anyway, guys, that does it for me for today. So if you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. 90% of you guys are not subscribed, so go ahead and do that. Alright, so first of all, we have the I've been promoting my astrology course, certification course. Basically what that means is you'll get your own website. So, if you are looking to become a Vedic astrologer, I will give you your own website, or you can actually charge people money for being an astrologer for them. So, not only that, but I'll promote you on the channel. That's another way to make some income. And yeah, it's just a great way to get your foot in the door in astrology, and you can take these concepts and you can expound on them and make your own astrology business and all that. But yeah, then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I do career readings, I do relationship readings, and I just do the basic readings as well. So the standard readings, I shouldn't call them basic because there's a lot of information in them. And then we have the birth time rectification. So that is great for people who might not know what their exact birth time is. Like I did a birth time rectification for my friend, and he didn't know what time at all, like not even a time frame at all. And so I was able to get his birth time down to the span of 1 minute, just through looking at, asking him very basic questions and, dates and times that things happened and things like that. So, yeah, it's, it takes a long time for me to do that, but it's something that I'm offering. Anyway, let's see here. Then we have the distance energy healing. So that's great for, if you are struggling with your health, mental health, physical health, things like that. That's all, helpful to get a distance energy healing. And not only that, I do them on your pets as well. So if your dog or cat or chickens or whatever or a lizard or whatever are having issues, then I do energy healing on them as well. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you're one of those people who is struggling in life, if you are maybe having a hard time, figuring out what your path is, then the career consultation is really helpful. Alright, so then we have the ritual magic courses and the Qigong courses. These things have changed my life. The Qigong courses, they're really powerful and special and awesome, and so I would highly recommend checking them out. Go to patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman and you'll see them there. Alrighty guys, so that does it for me, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.